Hey, Jim Greamy. You know how you're given a job by your wife to, or maybe she just says, I would really like, and then she tells you what you really like, and you've got to find it. Well, I actually did. My wife wanted to have one of those fitness trackers that would track steps and exercise level, maybe even sleep. That wasn't a big important thing, though, but also her heart rate. Well, I found one on Amazon. It was only $27.99 on Amazon. It's called a YoYoFit. No, it's not a yo-yo. That's the brand name, the company that makes it. It's a YoYoFit, and it's a little thin. Look how small this thing is. Now, I got this off for a reason. Bear with me. But it's a little thin fitness tracker. It's actually made for kids, but it works. I wore it for about just a week. I told my wife I would wear it so I could tell her quickly how to use the thing, and then of course I'll tell her, and then she'll read everything on her own because she won't listen to me. But that's beside the point. It's a personal issue. But this is the device. This goes on here like this. Why do I have this off? Well, first and foremost, this thing does a lot of stuff. Number one, it tracks your heart rate. It's actually quite accurate. $27.99. I was not expecting it to be very accurate, but it's actually quite accurate. I wore it playing tennis. I checked my heart rate manually. I checked it against my, the second hand on my watch. It was good. I mean, it was really good. I was very impressed with that. And it uses what is called PPG, that is photoplethysmography. I had to look that one up. And where it takes a laser. It's got two little sensors on the back of this thing. And here, I'll even show you how this works. The sensor on this thing, I'm going to try to see if you guys can see this. There you kind of can. If you look right there, there's this little oval right there. Well, see, I can touch this oval, and that would allow me to, if I can touch it right. See, I'm trying to see what I'm doing here, and it's not easy. Somebody just texted me, and I don't have my wife on, my eyeglasses on, and it was my wife. But you can't. It shuts off too quickly. There it is. There it is. Aha! There it is. It's 5 o'clock. It's just after 5 o'clock here, and it has several modes. The first mode, of course, you tap this, and it's going to be the clock. The second mode is going to be steps. The third mode is going to be heart. And when the heart mode is on, you'll see this. Let's see if I can get it back here to heart mode. There's heart mode. See that flash? All right, that is the PPG. That is the technology that allows this device to read your heart rate. What it does is it shines two lasers, slightly different colors, into the skin, and it basically checks the blood flow. And through that blood flow and the volume and the pulsations of the skin and blah, 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 that's how it tracks the heart. So now you know. If you win PPG technology, it's photoplethysmography. If you win anything, think of me because I told you. But anyway, it's got that sensor on the back of it, and it's incredibly accurate. Now, why do I have this off? Because this is the charging blade. There are the brass contacts. You take those brass contacts and you put it into a charging block. Now, on the charging block, you'll notice that there's a little plastic tongue, for lack of a better term, coming out of the charging block. You put the brass against the plastic tongue, and it'll charge. And what it'll do is it'll show up here. There'll be a little battery thing that will flash back and forth as it's charging to let you know what's happening. Now, what's nice about this is not only does this track your steps, which it does, and it was pretty accurate to that too. The only reason I knew that I don't normally wear fitness trackers because I like my watch, and until I get a really nice, super nice smartwatch, I'm just going to deal with what I've got. It's just, never mind. But I like my watch, and so I usually don't wear a fitness tracker, but I have worn them in the past, and I've given them away. But I know that when I'm playing tennis, I know about how many steps that I end up running and playing 3.5 hours of doubles tennis, and it was pretty dead on for that. So it does steps, it does heart rate, it actually monitors your sleep, which I don't really understand the whole sleep thing. I mean, I don't want a watch or a tracker telling me the reason I feel like crap in the morning is because I didn't sleep well, and I already know that. Anyway, but it also gives you a multi-sports mode. Now, basically, what does that do? That just lets you, it's got different algorithms inside the thing. If you choose, I think it's running. I had to look at this. Multi-sports mode, running, cycling, basketball, football. I don't know how well this would hold up to football, but football and of course, sit-ups. The sit-ups, everything works. I do sit-ups, I run, I don't cycle. I don't play basketball and I don't play football, so I don't know about the basketball and cycling, but it's just a different algorithm that gives that adjusts how it counts steps, and so that's helpful. That's helpful on this. Keep in mind, this is for kids. The print on here is quite small. I'm in my past. I'm past 50, and so. I need glasses to see what print comes on here. I usually can see well enough to know who it's coming from, but I can't read what's on there. I have an Apple. I have an iPhone XS Max. I had no problem with this. There's a QR code in the instructions that allow you to be able to figure it out quite easily. Now, what's nice here is I can show you this part. If you look here on my this little green thing right here, which you can't see because my camera is not high enough quality. I don't have that much money to spend on a camera. But I can go into this app, and once it loads, see right here, it's got basically 3 modes. This is the step counting mode. I ended up resetting it accidentally when I was taking the band off and on. This is the heart rate mode right there. It's got, I have it on dynamic setting, and dynamic setting, what's nice is it tracks it all day long. And then, of course, sleep duration. You have that ability if you want to do that. Now, this is for kids. I don't know why kids would want to know the sleep unless you're a parent and you choose to use this little device to monitor the child. What parent would do that, really? But anyway, so I've got this off. This is how it comes off. This little thing right here, it just squeezes back on there like this, and then you're supposed to take your fingers and you press it right there to make sure it's on there and it stays well. It goes on. I'm sorry, I have to put it down against something. I'm not coordinated enough to do that. Well, maybe I am. No, I'm not. I'm not coordinated enough to do this in the air, but the awkward silence, yes. But that's what it looks like on. It's not bad. I didn't have to give up my man card wearing this for the 2 days or 3 days it was I had it on, so I could make sure that it worked right and my wife liked it. Why am I doing this? It's because I like doing reviews on Amazon. Someday I could be famous. I may be dead by that time, but you never know. You never know. YoYoFit Slim Kids Fitness Tracker. It is a great little device. $27.99. I mean, come on. I waste more money on that during the week doing other things. But for $27.99, I'm very impressed. You have 3 different modes. You can go in here and you can adjust how the clock looks on it. It actually has the ability to put actually clock hands, analog, and then you've got, I think, 4 different number styles that you can put on here too, as far as to be able to read the time. It allows you it allows you to receive at least notifications for text and or phone calls. And it'll let you know that that's happening. While I was on the tennis court, I was over 175 feet. I actually counted it off from my car. I left my phone in my car, and I was still getting the notifications. And it vibrates whenever you get this. That same vibration is what you can use to wake you up in the morning during the sleep mode setting. So it's actually a quite excellent thing. It is waterproof. I don't know if they tell in here. I don't see, but I'm certain that it's more than adequate for general splashing around. I don't think I would go swimming with it, but generally just getting it wet, washing hands, stuff like that. At least you won't have to freak out about that. Good device. I recommend it. Try it. $27.99.